Hello out there world. Hello Mongoose Magic Moments friends, wildlife conservation friends. It's author the Meerkat Man, the Mongoose Man, Grant Malcolm McIlrath, in the Meerkat Magic Valley Reserve of the Meerkat Magic Conservation Project. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful day. After the recent drought has broken of over 8 months, we had over 5 millimeters of rainfall, which was enough to bring many surface dwelling invertebrates out and about again. Here we have the Meerkat Mansion Research Base. You can see there are still some clouds banked over the mountain range to the south, the Outeniqua mountain range. And there's still a chance of rainfall arriving over the next few days. So that's good news. The reserve river has not started flowing yet though, but there's still a little pool of water in it. That is, of course, the world famous Storm Dojo Gym. You're welcome to visit. It's the best outdoor gym you will find in South Africa. Yeah, no air conditioning units needed when you've got the beautiful air conditioning of nature to cool you down. And of course, people who train indoors don't get the benefits of competitive athleticism of those who are outdoors and training. Hello out there, welcome. Great to have you with on the stream. It's a beautiful day today, and of course it is the 10th of February. It's a Tuesday, and I'm with our incredible, beautiful, pregnant yellow mongoose film star. This is, of course, CENERENTOLA, the species. And of course, she is foraging in the shade. It's become a very hot day already. Yes, most people are at work locally, but this is, of course, my work as a wildlife research biologist and professional nature conservationist since 1993. I'm all about sharing the information through conservation, through education, and of course, giving you the unedited wildlife documentary, the real behind the scenes in science. None of this nonsense artificial intelligence with all their lies on the internet about things that never even happen and trying to confuse especially our younger, less experienced viewers out there who are very gullible when they see things in nature that are supposedly happening. And this is, of course, reality right here. And this is the truth, the wildlife truth. CEBOKOLODI. Champ, 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 champ. Hello and welcome out there, friends. It's another beautiful day here in the Meerkat Magic Valley Reserve with our film star, the most famous yellow mongoose in history. And that's a fact. You can Google and AI check it if you like. Check out TSEBOKOLODI Yellow Mongoose Group. You'll see the spelling in my comments and the heading. Yeah, she is the most famous mongoose in history, without a doubt. Yeah. So at the moment, she is foraging for food beneath the shade of the tree. And just to put it in perspective, I'm going to show you where I am. Hello out there. And even though I'm only a few meters away from her, I have been following her since November 2018 and her family since 2008. All the generations. She's currently pregnant. I'm delighted to tell all of our new viewers, please do like, subscribe and share so you don't miss any of our adventures. There may be baby yellow mongooses coming through into the reserve around mid-March. That's right, only next month. And possibly we will see them before the end of the month, March. I, of course, make the various codes that she and other animals recognize in the private reserve. Although it is a private reserve and it is closed to the public and is not a tourism site, our sponsors and VIPs who join the channel, who get our merchandise through the European and USA shops, please do check them out. There's a huge range. We deliver around the world. And of course, you can check out my book, Meerkats 2016, of the Ungulungu Meerkats, which I've been protecting since 2001. Yeah, and then you can come out and visit if you're in South Africa. Check out my reserve. The Stone Dojo Gym is the best way of finding where I am. VIPs can then visit. Yeah, people who know my work. And that is why it's not open to walk-in tourists, because I don't have time in my research day to go and explain everything that has been happening here for decades, since 1993 in fact. So I do encourage people who would like to visit me to do a wildlife walk with wildlife, as I'm doing right now, animal adventures. Check out the comments in most of my videos, you'll find there. And thank you so much to everyone, that includes you right now, for your support, because just by viewing this, you are helping conservation through education, and that's a fact. Our channel has over 2 million views, and very recently over another 60,000. So thank you to everybody. Our Cape Cobra video, Nudja Nivio, if you check our most popular video uploads, went viral. It had over 1.2 million views in a single day. That's of a snake. Yeah, that video was on my channel for over 6 years before it suddenly went viral in one day. So thank you to everyone there. Most of our viewers, in fact, were from India. So big shout out to all of you out there. Yeah, we get a lot of viewers from around the world, and that's why I do these live streams, because this is the truth. This is not some so-called documentary which is pre-edited, post-scripted, pre-scripted, music tracks are put in. This is the reality. So you can ask your questions right now in the comments. Please let me know where you are from. Ask me your questions. For those joining the stream for the first time who don't know me, I am a wildlife research biologist, and you can find my scientific publications in any university or library around the world. You can also check out my Meerkats book from 2016. So you can ask me your questions. I qualified as a professional nature conservationist in 1993. I spent 7 years in the Kalahari Desert, and I can tell you now that is not an easy place to survive. On the border of Namibia and Botswana, to the northwestern regions of South Africa. I worked with an international research project on meerkats, large animal research group in Britain, LARG, and the University of Pretoria Mammal Research Institute, MRI. Just to give you a bit of a view around the area, and I see we've got our comment. Thank you so much. Angel Gonzalez. K7V3R, good morning. Bonita, John and Boaz. Ah, thank you. That sounds beautiful. I love those words. TSEBOKOLODI. All right, the dominant female is in fact on a mission. Let's see if we can follow her. This is, of course, why I call this Walk with Wildlife. You never know what you might see. Of course, I am simply a trusted object in this massive wilderness area outside my research base, the Meerkat Mansion Research Base. Again, this is a private reserve. However, VIPs and supporters can visit. Check out the comments for details. It's quite a breeze. I hope you can hear me, because we might be getting out of our Wi-Fi signal in a moment. Of course, this is exactly what happens when a mongoose is checking their SSMSs. Smellogram. There's no time to waste, because after the recent 5 millimeters of rainfall, there you can see right now. Look at that. Wow, that's fantastic to see. That's an unusual rub scent mark, everybody. That's why I call it the unedited wildlife documentary. It's happening right now, live. There's no pretending, no artificial intelligence, no deception. All right, we got disconnected, unfortunately. That's what happens when you're following wildlife on a stream. Ah, there she is. Yes. Thank you so much for your comment. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the likes and shares. You might not be able to see what's happening here yet, and that is exactly why I'm doing this. So you can see you do not just walk up to wild meerkats and mongooses. They have escape tunnels all over this enormous reserve, right off into the distance for many kilometers. She could go anywhere. I've already spent many hours with her since before sunrise this morning. Yes, my day starts usually at 3 o'clock in the morning, so that you can see these few minutes right now live. Yeah. As you will see, there are no artificial marks here. There is no usage of radio transmitters like BioTrack from Britain, Telonix from America. And yes, I have used these in wildlife research extensively, and I choose not to use them in my reserve all the way since 2008. Not one animal here has been touched by a human. This is a hands-off research project. It's all about habitat conservation and ethics. The animals do not have what I call visual pollutants: tattoos, freeze brands, heat brands, haircuts, gentian violet, spray painting, body painting, docking, cutting. Yeah, it's an absolute horror show nightmare, and it happens even now around the world in so-called wildlife research. It's not ethical, and there are other alternatives when it comes to identifying objectively for data collection. Just so that you know this, everybody, I'm saying it right now. You heard it here, because here you will hear the truth. This is an unedited wildlife documentary. I tell it how it is. Yeah. I do not answer to any university or anybody except our audience when it comes to answering questions about what is really happening in the world of wildlife research and conservation. I'm incredibly fortunate to be wearing the world famous shoes, and no, they cannot be purchased. I have at offers because nobody can afford them. Not even Elon Musk can afford them, because without them I will not be able to get close and do the work that I love and have spent my last few decades doing, all the way since 1993. These shoes have been scent marked. That means given the smell of the territory of the Ungulungu wild meerkat groups, the most famous meerkats in the world, and the TSEBOKOLODI yellow mongooses from this family since 2008. That is because I'm simply an object, you can see right here, that she trusts. As she goes about her daily life, I can bring you unprecedented wildlife video streams. And right now, out of all the billions of people on this planet, we are the only ones watching a wild yellow mongoose on live stream. That I can guarantee you. And the other day, we made the longest wildlife stream in recorded history. I'm not making this up. You can check it. Over 1 hour, 30 minutes of uninterrupted truth. No artificial intelligence. No so-called real documentary. This is the unedited wildlife documentary, the behind the scenes and science. We bring you reality here. All right, I'm going to be moving away from this area for a bit. Give you another view of the area. All the while making sure that our mongoose superstar is fully aware of my presence, so that she doesn't get alarmed. Even when she cannot see us, she must be able to hear us. And I say us as in wildlife research biologists and film crews who visit me. I have worked with the BBC, National Geographic and Discovery Channel. A shout out to you out there if you're still around. Simon King, Big Cat Diaries, Meerkats, The Natural World. We work together. Nigel Marvin, Meerkat Adventure, with myself and Nigel Marvin in the film back in 2001. National Geographic, Nick Stringer, the producer, with myself and Professor Tim Clutton-Brock, who I think is probably, if not he's definitely at the top of the list. If you're disconnected, we are of course in a wilderness area. I'm bringing you a live stream, which is incredible to even have this technology available, but it's patchy. Up on the Meerkat Mansion research base, let's see if I can zoom in there briefly. There's the massive antenna that's bringing you the signal, allowing you from wherever you are in the world. Please do drop a comment and let me know where that might be. to see this right here. Incidentally, if you were a film crew, you would be paying thousands of British pounds per minute, just to put it in perspective.